Welcome back, hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Monster World ICE, where this week we've got Elder Dragons for every episode of, well, we'll cover this week. But first, as always, we gotta pet our Poogie, and then we'll go start opening up the quests. It was actually really easy to get all the tracking levels and that I needed for unlocking all this stuff, so I don't know if ICE made it easier, or I just forgot how simple it was to get everything done. But you can see, well, okay, you can't see the top right because my face is there, but all I have to do is talk to the chief ecologist, and I've got all 3 Elder Dragon tracks gone through. So let's start here. Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. We figured out what Elder Dragon's patrolling the ancient forest and where you can find it. The Elder Dragon's name is Kushala Daora. That's right, the Tempest of Wind. They command a wide territory, so you've probably heard of the many sightings in the old world, or sighted a few yourself. If one is living here in the new world, then we have to study it. We simply must. I told the commander's grandson where it can be found. Talk to him and find out more. So what is it? Yeah, okay, so that's just all that done. And now we have to talk to him a couple more times for the other 2.
Still in one piece, then.
Ah, there you are. Good news. We've managed to work out what Elder Dragon has appeared in the Wildspire Waste and where you can find it. Its name is Teostra, and it's as violent as they come. They call it the Emperor of Flame and the Peerless One. In the old world, it makes its home in deserts and volcanic regions. I didn't expect to encounter one here. We have to study it. If I let this chance slip away, I'll never forgive myself. I told the huntsman where Teostra can be found. Talk to him if you'd like to know more. This was it. And now for probably one of the most standout monsters added by World's base roster that, sadly, I doubt we'll see return. It would be amazing if it does, but I don't think there's enough around it to support like it coming back in the series.
In one piece, then.
Ah, there you are. I have news. We've determined that an Elder Dragon does indeed inhabit the Rotten Vale. The Third Fleet has already given it a name, Valhazak. They attempted to study the target 20 years ago. Some 20 years ago, the Third Fleet first observed a strange phenomenon involving the Vale's effluvium levels. It seems that with each Elder crossing the Vale's effluvium increases in density. I deduce that Valhazak is the one producing it. As for how, I'll need more data in order to properly answer that. Either way, I've already told the Third Fleet Master that we've confirmed their suspicions. Go talk to her if you'd like to know more. So what's it? I think what we'll do is we'll start in like how that went through. We'll start with Kushala, then Teostra, and then end the week off pretty nicely with Valhazak, sorry. So, yeah, I know they're these guys. I'll tackle them probably after I've handled the story for Base World, because there'll be... Actually, I might be able to wrap everything up come next week for Base World, because there'll be story, and then I think there's only 2 non-crossover monsters to cover, so that might be interesting. Okay, field team leader.
All right.
The scholars from the ecological research team have told us where we'll find Kushala Daora. It's in the Elder's Recess. It must have left the ancient forest and returned to its roost. Which is good news, actually, since we don't want that thing anywhere near base. All the details are in a quest I put together. The rest of the field team are on their way there. Join us as soon as you can. Yeah, we'll talk to the huntsman when we're ready to go after Teostra.
That was a Kushala Daora. Didn't expect to see one in the new world too.
Wait, so does that mean that she's seen one before as well? I don't know. Again, there's little tidbits that I guess you could try breathing more into or just let it go on its own. Yeah, let's just quickly eat up, and then we'll head out. And what we're going to be using is actually... We're going to be able to use a bit of dragon element now that we're going into using the bow for the series. It's an element that, in the light... I want to... I don't think I would ever use in heavy bowgun is the thing, because it's such a restricted ammo type. You only get like a handful of shots total with what you can carry at one time, and the craftables are mixed together. Even for light bowgun, if you were to try using the rapid fire of it, you would really not get a lot put out from it. But yeah, just let me drop a few things off, and then we'll be able to head out. And we're going to be using the Nergigante bow. It kind of feels fitting to use that for going up against. I don't need those. Sort that. We're good. It feels fitting to use Nergigante's bow, the Nurgle Whisper, to go after the Elder Dragon, since it is the Eater of Elders itself. Handler. Alright, let's get the details from the Huntsman. Yeah, no, let's not. We'll handle that next episode. Because we've got ourselves... Admittedly, this is going to be an interesting fight with the bow. I'm pretty sure I hunted it or Kushala when I played World on my own with the bow. But I am wondering how it's going to feel now, because Kushala has been a monster that's always been a little bit troublesome for, I think in general, both Gunners and Blade Masters. Blade Masters, you always have the wind pressure effect that keeps around itself, so that way you could only like get one strike in, then you're pushed back or toppled over. And Gunners, depending on the generation, sometimes the Elder Dragons were really, really annoying to tackle, because they could have almost like a complete immunity to shots across most of them, or most of their body in hit zones. I don't think Kushala, or maybe it did. I guess we'll find out going into this hunt. Yeah, we'll just top ourselves off.
Good luck, field team. Okay, got it.
Why is the A-lister out too?
Let's start investigating.
Like, that is one thing that I do find a little bit strange, is to have, like, so many people supposedly around or involved with these hunts, even though it is you on your own. Sunbreak has set a new precedence, though. If they do, like, keep using followers in systems, they could really have the story be a lot more dynamic and, like, more characters or that on hunts with you. But I still love that all of Monster Hunter's cutscenes, where you are like a part of it, it shows your armor and gear. That's always been a fantastic touch. It kind of makes you feel more personally tied to it going on. I also can't remember if Kushala actually, like, played with the crystal shards that the wind would pick up. It looks like it might in this cutscene, but I don't think it actually does. There it is. Admittedly, not one of my favorite Elder Dragons, but you still have to give credit that look pretty nice in World.
Everything at your disposal. The way it works here in the new world. There they go again. Always gotta be first.
We all saw it coming. Watch that
Like,
wing.
one thing, too, is because I'm using this weapon, it does have a little bit of Elder Seal to it. I wonder if the Elder Seal, like, thinking on it, if the Elder Seal idea for World was almost like a precursor to the elemental blights we saw come rise in Sunbreak. Because, like, how this works, or how the Elder Seal works, is if you get enough damage done with a weapon that has Dragon Seal, you can nullify a one of the Elder Dragon's, like, special auras it gets. Nope. Like, for instance, Kushala, if we can get enough hits off, we'll probably be able to render it out of the wind aura it has right now. Right, it's not very strong at the moment. But because of that idea of, like, elemental buildup, I wonder if that was an inspiration for them trying to give it with the blight, or the elemental blights to monsters in Rise. Oh, yeah, see? There we go. The Elder Seal got off, and we knocked him out of the wind aura. Although, I think he got it right back as he got ticked off. Ooh. Got caught by the wind a little bit there. Oh, perfect. I was waiting for that. And maybe we'll try tenderizing those wings if we can. Just to see if we can get those broken. I would like to see the Elemental Blights actually come back and be a bit of a mainstay in the series, but I want them to be you can trigger them with just your weapons being, like, attacking. It kind of give you a little bit of reason for using elements you wouldn't normally against certain monsters. Like, if I were to provide an example, the Thunder Blight in Sunbreak, or in Rise and Sunbreak, makes the monster more easily like, dazed or get into, like, the impact stun. So even if a monster might, say, be strong against Thunder Element, you might not be at a complete disadvantage if you do have a Thunder Element on hand, or a Thunder Element weapon on hand. So then that way you could at least build up, like, chances of stunning the monster and helping other people out. Because if you aren't rocking I guess I should say if you're not rocking dual blades or a light bowgun or heavy bowgun, you're kind of exclusively stuck with one element for hunts. You always could go back and change your weapon, but that is still something I feel like it's a little bit too freely given. Oh. I think it was going after, like, Runa there, and I just stayed right in its path. Okay, let me get a little bit of health back. Yeah, I still make some mistakes that get me into a bit of danger. But I do have to admit, having Runa with, like, the little revive there is very helpful. And you can see there is a little bit of a wind aura present when I get, like, the 0 hits registered. Okay, looks like Kushala's taken off there. Let me just heal up for that little bit I'm missing, and we'll keep after it. As a Blade Master, I could definitely see Kushala being annoying, both with the twisters it spawns, and with a number of its attacks. Like, yeah, that basically is just an area of denial attack, so all you can really do is just not go over to that spot anymore. Is it able to have 2 at once on? No, yeah, it can do 2 at once ongoing. Okay. I wasn't sure if it'd be able to or not. Okay, I should also probably use the close range coding, because that gives us a little bit of an attack boost. I get, well, damage boost when it's nearby. Of course, as soon as I say that, Kushala decides to go quite a ways off. Nope, hit the wind aura. I could try getting another Tenderize in, but I think I want to get it to lose the wind aura first. It's sort of like me trying to punch a tornado right now, I think. Not a smart move. There we go. And speaking of punching, let's, well, more like cut in the face, but just get that in. I think that's going to be Dragon Pods. Oh no, it's Slinger Thorn. Actually, you know what? I think I prefer that. Because if we can get both on the head, that'll let us knock it out and give us a nice big opening.
They say Kushala Daora command the wind. I'm not inclined to disagree right now.
You get in, fall back and wait for the next chance. Stupidity is not something I tolerate. If there's anything that you do tolerate, you got it, loud and clear.
Oh, okay. So I didn't get flinched by the Slinger Thorn hit. Heal up a bit more. And keep fighting. Oh, that knocked him out. Perfect. Now, I'm not going to be able to tenderize the tail from here, so maybe I'll just try a Dragon Piercer. Yeah, up you go again. See, this is kind of the nice rhythm I really like for Monster Hunter. I still feel like Rise, you were just way too fast and dynamic as, like, rhythm. Ooh, okay, he's pretty low on stamina. Oh, there you are. Okay, there's the wind aura gone. I got a hit on him with the Thousand Dragons, but I think that move is really reliant on what your slinger ammo is. Shoot. Yeah, okay, is that... Okay, it's out of the area. You know what? I will make use of this because it is here. I cannot go get that slinger ammo, though. And that's the dragon pod there. Oh, but this area... This is where a nice little bit of environmental impact can come in. Dude, there we go. Buy us a little bit of time so I can get to the back. And get a good Dragon Piercer down the tail. Or not so good. Let's see, should I? I'm going to see if I can bring it over here and get the other crystal thing taken down on it too. Although it looks like it's... Ah, shoot. Come on, back this way. You know what? We'll try that. There we go. Did that knock it right down? It did. Although it didn't keep it down for long. Nice. There's the tail off. We just gotta break the head. And we're going to be able to do that pretty soon, I think. Oh, nicely done, Runa, with the blast blight. Okay, yeah. We'll let Kushala go off. I guess we'll take that. Yeah, one of the things about the Elder Dragons, too, is anybody who has played Monster Hunter will probably be a bit familiar with it, but just in case you're not, the only time you can break certain parts on Elder Dragons is once they've gotten below, I think it was 35% of their total health. I don't know if it's changed in, like, the exact number, but until they're weakened to a certain point of, like, how much health they've lost, generally the head or horns can only be broken once they're really weakened. And if you do break those, that usually has a pretty high impact on, like, the power of their auras they can, like, don on themselves. Oh yeah, Kushala went way up there. Okay. So the rest of this fight should be pretty quick to finish it off. You know what, just because it is on the way, let's just do a little mining. Oh, actually you can hear the thunderstorm that Kushala brought too. That is another nice touch, is whenever you go after Elder Dragons, that usually has like a little bit of a weather effect that happens to signify just the amount of power they have. Kushala is usually, brings a storm along. Yeah, let me see, can I get up? I can. What's going to be the better thing here, Dragon Piercer or Thousand Dragons? I'm going to go Dragon Piercing. Okay, let me get my stamina up, because I was a little greedy there. Oh, where did that come from? Okay. Oh, it might be because this is like the nesting area. It's just a effect that Kushala is able to spawn. And we'll try a Dragon Piercer. There we go. Quite a way to finish it off. Our first Elder Dragon for the week, Kushala Daora, hunted down. It's an okay fight. Again, as a ranged user, you can kind of circumvent a lot of the annoyance that Kushala can be. And I do think that the incarnation for Rise was easily the best interpretation we've had yet for a Kushala Daora fight. It does have a bit of the wind aura, but it doesn't feel anywhere near as like oppressive or limiting. And it still keeps you kind of in the spirit of having to mind the wind that it can summon. Actually, I'm kind of surprised I have that much for the tracking on it. Okay, but I don't see any other tracks, so we'll just go wait for the timer to run out with our big catch here. There we go. And I actually can't remember what the elemental weakness of Kushala is. There's usually a trend that... Ooh, there's actually not too bad of a shot. I do wish we could see Kushala's head a little bit more, but we've got it on camera, so I think we're good. Couple of claws. Oh, I guess I didn't actually break the head. Okay. And what do we get? Frost Jewel. Yeah, new largest. Oh, our Vigor Wasp thing is going up even better, so that's good. I wonder if level 15's the max for that. I'm not sure, but I think now, as that improves after you first unlock the revival, further improvements give you more health as you come back with it. Okay, yeah, so there's that one. And the next episode, we'll go talk to the Huntsman and go after Teostra. Let me just drop this stuff off here. And because one thing I've been forgetting to do a lot is preview the gear and everything, we'll take a little trip just up to the smithy to show it off. Oh, actually, before we do, I just passed somebody very important. Where'd you go? There you are. Yay, Poogie. There we are. Always pet your Poogie. Okay. So we'll head up, just preview what Kushala's armor looks like. And then we should be good to head off for next episode. And I know I still have a lot of the yellow exclamation marks, so I don't know if I'll really focus on them too much. Yeah, so Kushala, it's a bit of an odd look. Like, I like the metal plating and everything to it. It's just some of the, like, fins or really big built-out pieces are just a little strange to me. But that offers negate all wind pressure, which truthfully is only really handy against Kushala itself, so it's a little moot to take it. There's handicraft, ice attack, evade extender, which isn't though nice. 2 evade window, a focus defense boost. Not really something I'll be making. Nergigantes, I think we had previewed as well. Yeah, we previewed that. I can't remember if we previewed Lavasiath, or whatever you want to pronounce it as. It's not a bad looking armor, but I don't think it has that much. Skill-wise was a little strange. Like 5 fire attack, quick sheath, and then the rest is just like kind of little bits here or there that are won't super use. Although, if you could have had like the affinity sliding work with certain weapons, like their dodges, I think that would have really been an interesting incorporation of that skill. Because it would have made some other things a little bit more interesting, like say the light bowgun's evade reload, which is sort of like a slide to do it, or I think there were a few Blade Master weapons that did have like a slide dodge in their animation set, but I can't remember. Yeah, just preview those, And then we're going to end this episode right here. Just wave us all off. So thank you all. Thank you everybody very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter World ICE. If you did enjoy the video, you should give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, you should in the comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.